Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf, Biker's Life Less Ordinary. So, I'm out in the Surrey countryside again, just come out of a village, and I found a little byway. I'm just going to head down there. Obviously, I'm not from this area, so don't know what it's like or how effective it's going to be, or how effective I can be, I should say, on it. But on the big adventure bike, I can see a 4x4 has been down there. It's given me a bit of an idea that it might be passable. Let's go and check it out and make those decisions as we go along. So follow me along and see what I say, and I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers. I think it's only a very short byway. It shouldn't take too long, this video. Cheers. RevelatorAlf. Right, beautiful countryside it is here. Right, let's go and give this a go. Yeah, a little bit. Do you know, the soil is kind of that mixture of black soil and clay here. Very slimy, very slippery. We'll just take the centre track for now, see how we get. So I'm just going to take this easy, because as I say, it is very slippery, very deceptive, this kind of soil. You know, you suddenly think, oh yeah, I'm alright, and then all of a sudden you're not, you know, so be aware of that. I say, you know, soil, keep your visor down as well, don't want to get cut there. There we go. These sort of narrow trails are fine, but you just got to be very aware of them. Suddenly lose your balance, you want to steer a little bit, and you can come a cropper. Right, now just hit this at 90 degrees. That's it. Over you go. If you're going to go over logs, just make sure you're going over 90 degrees. Add a bit of power just before you know, blip the throttle just before you go through it or over it. That'll lift up the front tyre a little bit. Add a bit of weight on the back tyre, you know, try and lean back a bit. It's kind of a technique more than a brute force, you know, getting over these things. And also, as I say, but go at 90. I'm not sure that branch is going to... That branch, there we go. But say, it is sort of technique really. But just make sure you hit them, or you cross them at 90 degrees. That's really important, because if you try and do it at an angle, the front tire just slip off, and you know, if you're trying to do it at pace, you'll just come off. So that's why I sort of approached that log that I was cutting across there, you know, with just a little bit of caution. Just eyed it up a little bit, and then, you know, decide to go through it. Now, the other thing to say is absolutely true. The easy way, if you're not too sure, just get off the bike, park the bike, and pull the log out the way, if you can, okay? Or, if you're still not sure, okay, that kind of thing, if your bike's light enough, you can actually manhandle the bike over the log, lift it over yourself. Or, option 4 or 5 or whatever it is, just don't do it. Just go, you can go around it if you can. There was a slight gap on the right hand side that I could have gone through. There's that option. Or option 6 or 5 or 6 or whatever it is just don't do it. Just turn back, you know. So here you got a bit of muddly stuff, so you want to kind of keep a little bit of momentum going and going. So here on the right hand side, just going to go around that log in the middle. They do like to put these logs in the middle here, don't they? And I'm trying to trip us up a little bit. But again, you know, you kind of got to look at it and say, okay, which is the best way to do it? So here, there, look. I'm going to go here, blip the throttle just a little bit, and away you go. If I tried to go from the other side, that would have been more of an angle for me, and that would have been a bit more difficult. This is actually not a bad tryout. It's quite nice, you know. It's gone up and down. There's a bit of camber to it. A few obstacles in the way to get over. I quite like this one. It sits in a bit of a gully as well, so that kind of helps a little bit, just because you're naturally at the bottom of the track, of the path. A few ruts here and there. That's good. It's good. This is probably one of the better byways I've been on, where I know 4x4s have been down here as well. And I gotta say, if you can go out on these, if you're inexperienced, if you can go on these trails when it hasn't been raining for a while, that's your best option. don't ever go on these, you know, if you're unsure, or if you're, you know, if it's been raining recently, in heavy rain, because it'll just be a sloppy mess, and you'll find it really a bit too difficult for, you know, your standard, whatever it is. Now, where should I go? Should I go that way or that way? I don't know. Let me go this way. This is the actual byway, but it could be. Yeah, a bit slippy. That's why the track was on the other side. Little footpath. There we go. Right, that's the end of it. Made it. So, you know, invariably when you do go out on these trails, you are going to have some kind of obstacle that you're going to have to get over, whether it's a log or whatever, some rocks you're going to have to go around or go through, or you might have to move them out of the way. It's just part of the course of going on there. They're not always gloriously flat tracks, and that's something you have to get used to. But as I say, giving you the options back there, what you can do, you know, how you can do it, and just approach everything with caution and just think about them, you know, slowly think about them, as opposed to rushing, oh, I've got to get over this obstacle. Just, you know, slowly do it. Obviously, the more experience you've got, the better you're going to be at it. You know, so if you're really experienced and you're watching this video, you know, this is teaching you to suck eggs, of course. I'm talking about, you know, if you're inexperienced, of course. And, you know, because the ultimate aim is always to get to the end of the track, which I've done here, and, you know, just carry on, you know, and then enjoy it for another day. As you saw in the previous videos, it's so easy to drop your bike, so, you know, trying to minimize that as much as possible is always the best way to do it. Right, I hope you found this useful anyway, and hope you were able to follow along as I was talking through that ride. Anyway, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Cheers now.